Welcome to the Power Up Talk Show, a talk show where we bring together community leaders and inspirational people that are making a difference in our world. Before I introduce my we are in for double trouble treat, two amazing guests. We like to have our fun with Deion Bass with Songbirds Cocktails.
Hey Sandy, how's it going?
Great, Deion.
So today, I think I'm going to introduce us to the world of agave, and we're gonna blend that with a little bit of grapefruit. So our cocktail today doesn't necessarily have a name, but it was an idea that I came up with. We're gonna start out with a little agave spicy syrup made by Monin. Now this is gonna be our base sweetener for our cocktail. As it says, it is a little bit on the spicy side, not too spicy though. Like I could totally sit and put this in soda water and it would still be great to drink.
What if you're already spicy? So you just spice up a little bit.
If you're already spicy, this is gonna make you extra spicy.
All right, I like it.
Our next ingredient is going to be our pamplemousse. Now pamplemousse is French for grapefruit, and this is going to add our citrus and a little bit of our sweet to our cocktail also. It's also one of my favorite liqueurs to have in just about anything. I believe the term is bartender ketchup. So you know how ketchup goes for good on fries and just about everything. Well, this goes good in just about everything. Bourbon, tequila, vodka. And our last ingredient is going to be our Terra Fertile. This is a great tequila. Not a lot of people know about it, but it is wonderful. It's delicious. It's got wonderful earthy notes that go really well with any type of spice or citrus. All right. And then once we get done pouring all of our ingredients, keep in mind, I did have to juice grapefruit off camera because it is messy. We're gonna give her a little shake. And I think today, I'm actually gonna do all my single ladies in my head while I shake this cocktail. So
we're
just know.
All the single ladies, all the single ladies. Yeah.
And lastly, we are simply going to double strain this into our glasses. Sandy, I wonder how many cocktail glasses of mine you've ever had in your house at one time.
Well, I did return them today, and it was 6, and there's one missing. So.
Oh no!
But I always return them because I want to use them again.
And here we are going to have a nice, spicy, delicious, balanced cocktail just for you from Songbird Cocktails. Thank you, Sandy.
Thanks, Deion.
Anytime.
Hello, I am Sandy Spady, your host for the Power Up Talk Show, a talk show where we bring together community leaders and inspirational people that are making a difference in our world. I have to cheer my amazing guest. Thank you, cheer. Cheers.
Yes. Happy to be here.
I'm so happy to have double guests. It's a treat, audience. It's a treat. First of all, I have Hailee Turner, Development Events Manager for Habitat of Humanity. And then we have Lacey Studnicka. Yes, she is the Chief Program Officer. What I didn't realize that Habitat for Humanity of Omaha has been around 40 years. 40 years. Yeah. Looking back at the last 40 years, what are they doing today?
Yeah, I mean, our growth has been incredible. A lot of people have heard of Habitat for Humanity, but I don't think they really know what we do. Our mission is home ownership. And so we started out 40 years ago, volunteer-led, maybe building 1 or 2 houses a year. And now 40 years later, we are the largest, we are the #1 habitat in all of the country. This year, we will close on nearly 100 loans. So not only do we build houses, we build about 87 houses a year. We also provide mortgages to over 100 families. We provide financing, mortgage lending to families that are low to moderate income at a fixed 30-year, 2.625% interest rate. And we we understand the transformational value of homeownership, and so we want to create access for our community to help stabilize their families. So in addition to homeownership and building homes, we also do about nearly 200 home repairs. So families that their furnace goes out, their AC goes out, they need an emergency repair to stay in their home. Part of our preservation work is we will provide 0% interest financing for families to get critical home repairs done. And then another big part of our mission is also, in addition to education, is also transferring wealth. So we serve around 250 families a year in helping them transfer their home if they were to pass away. So we do transfer of death on deed, transfer of deed on death clinics in Omaha for any family who wants to leave their home to the next generation. So
I had no clue. I knew you built homes,
yeah,
but I didn't know. You're right. If you have a home and the furnace goes out, that's a couple thousand easily. And not everyone has that savings account.
that's right.
And that interest rate,
Amazing.
oh, that's beautiful. And even the, what do you call it, the death to?
Transfer of deed on death clinic. So that's for anyone. A lot of times, you know, in order to leave your house, you have to put it through probate, and that's a barrier for a lot of families. So we have a volunteer legal team. We help you fill out that transfer of deed on death, and we'll actually register it for you as well. So in the, you know, case of your untimely passing, your home stays in your family and that wealth is transferred to the next generation.
I would like to go to that.
Come on.
I didn't know it existed, right?
Yeah.
I'm a single homeowner.
It's such a holistic approach
Yeah.
for a whole life cycle, right? And what Habitat really focuses on is this is not just a one and done relationship. We want to continue that and make sure that this passes on to generations through the Habitat.
That is great.
So, yeah.
As far as I always thought of, it would be great. So I'm the founder of Women with Voices. If we got some volunteers together, I feel like there's a lot of team bonding. You can work with businesses that they come together, right? And they build their home. They have a project. Is that true? Like, is that something that's really like a staple?
It is a staple, and Habitat for Humanity, that is how we started. Humanity is part of our mission. And so through all hands coming together to build homes, we're actually connecting the community, and we rely on our community to help us build homes.
Yeah. And you can give that through obviously your skills, your services, but also products. I mean, we have so many opportunities for volunteer that, you know, if you want to roll your sleeves up, get dirty, learn a new skill, we have that. But also some people are really gifted on the legal side or with math. We have opportunities for people to come help on that side as well. So
That is so interesting.
it's for all. And I think through our different programs, our events, we try to make all of our community activated through Habitat.
And yeah, and we are located in 5 counties. And so we also do throughout the year events called Rock the Block, where we adopt a neighborhood or a street and help those neighbors paint a fence or landscape or clean up leaves. And it's a way to bring the community together and help families that may need it.
How long has that been around? That's really cute. Rock the Block.
Yeah, so we've been doing that for about 15 years, and we serve all 5 counties in that way.
That is so nice. So as far as I know, it's really a staple in Omaha. Where did it originally begin? Like what states, what areas? Is it global? Like, I don't know. Let's educate the audience.
So it started in Georgia as a way to connect the community and stabilize families. And it is an international program. And so in the United States, I think there are probably 1,800 chapters. Every one of our chapters runs independently, so we're our own independent 501c3. But then we also have chapters all across the globe, and so there are even opportunities for people from Omaha to travel to Mexico or Kenya or Tanzania and help to build homes in those communities as well. We call those global village trips. So there's a little bit of something for everyone there.
That's pretty too.
Yeah.
Global village trips. Love that.
Yeah.
How about as far as families, right? You help families.
Yes.
How many families do you help here, right here in Omaha metro area?
Yeah, so at Habitat for Humanity, we serve around over 1,000 families every year. Through our home ownership program, everyone who's interested in home ownership goes to our website, habitatomaha.org, and they can fill out an eligibility form. And we have over 2,000 people a year filling out that eligibility form. So in our area, there is a real need for affordable housing.
That was my question. How do they find you? How do they apply? How do they find you for that? It's just they go to your website, just word of mouth?
It's word of mouth. I mean, honestly, obviously our team does a great job at getting the message out, but so many families have had such incredible impact of either being a homeowner or having a home repair. So the word of mouth is great, and we have over 200 people a month who fill out an eligibility form wanting to get into our program.
How many per month can you actually do? Does it just depend on the cost?
Yeah, so everyone who is interested in home ownership comes to us through our home ownership counseling program. And so they do have to send in some paperwork. So if you get your paperwork into us, you'll get on the calendar. So it really is an individual process. But once folks come in, they meet with a counselor one-on-one. We do a soft pull of their credit. We look at bank accounts, and we look at what their barriers are to home ownership, and we create an action plan for them to overcome their barriers. So some folks, it could take 3 months. Others, it could take 2 years. But our team stays with them until they're mortgage ready, and then we have them go look for a house.
You know what I hear when you speak? It's called financial freedom.
Yes.
Right? And education.
Yes.
So many people do not have that gift, or parents, or just that lifestyle that you were blessed to have that.
Yes.
So financial freedom. And the thought that you have them, maybe not today or the next month, but we're going to be your partner until you're able to do it.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
And it is beautiful because so many times families come to us and they don't believe in themselves, and we literally are just their cheerleaders, giving them the courage to believe in themselves. And we say, you can do this, we know you can. And just that empowerment of looking at their finances, sometimes for the first time, you see that spark go off, and just the sky's the limit. People start businesses because they have that financial freedom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Everyone needs that cheerleader.
Yeah.
I was a cheer coach multiple years. I'm a cheerleader for nonprofits now, right? My entire life it's been nonprofits.
Yeah.
Because all of you do something special.
Right.
And you need the awareness. When I worked for the chamber, as Hailee was, she's been a volunteer.
Yeah.
You should have I'm volunteer #1 for EC, for the Red Ribbon Crew, for when I did the Farnham Festival with the Pet Show. You are a true volunteer.
Service. That's what we're about.
Who is Hailee? How are you such a #1 volunteer? It's
so
in
fun.
your heart. I know
It's fun though.
Share it.
That's the part about serving others and the impact that we make. That's fun, right? And getting to help people. And I think that's what draws, obviously, myself, but a lot of our partners to Habitat. You get that feeling of service and being part of something and getting to meet people, have a good time doing it too. And even listening to you share about our process of submitting an application, there is a person who is getting that and reading that and becoming personal with your story and figuring out how we can help. It's not just an automated system. So what Lacey and her team do, you get connected and you guys stay with these people in that relationship through the whole process. Exactly. So you have a lot of ownership.
I really find the partnerships, you have a partnership with the mortgage companies, the bankers, the counselors, the coaches, financial advisors. How do you find them, or do you have more construction? Yes,
contractors.
So many people in the community that you have collaborations with.
Yeah.
That I would never have thought of that. I didn't know you partner. Step 1 to whenever you get your home. It's more than that. It's more than a home. It's a partnership. It's a collaboration. It's feeling them that they can do something that they're seeing, and they're going to. You see their dreams.
Yes, you do.
I got goosebumps.
It's awesome.
Give me. I'm testimonial. Habitat for Humanity. It's more than a home. It's a family.
It really is.
It is.
Yep.
That is great. So as far as a volunteer, Miss Volunteer of the
Yes,
Century, I love it. How do you get people involved? What's up your sleeve? How do they find you? How does it happen? Who do you need?
Oh, we need everyone, to your point. It's everybody from general contractors to people who have never done anything when it comes to home building. So we have tons of opportunities, but throughout the year, we have 3 major events that people can join us in and feel that impact and be part of this. That's through our Women's Power Luncheon, which really focuses on, yes, powerful women.
I love it. Power up. I
Yes,
love it.
within our workforce. And we also have our golf tournament. We love that. We sold out last year, so we're going to go big again this year. And then we also have our Brew Festival, which brings about 50 to 100 different restaurant breweries together for a tasting. And all of these events, yes, are fun, but those proceeds are going back to our mission of building these homes and helping families.
Giving back to the community.
That is how you become an impact, is attending these events, sponsoring them, telling your friends, bringing family, and just getting engaged.
And brew is so fun.
I was going to say, my next question was like,
There's
I
a
want to know more about
band.
brew.
I know.
Like, it
Yes,
sounds
it's
fun.
Food, it's
Brew is so
drinks,
fun.
and there's music. It really feels like it belongs to the community.
Yeah.
It's
How long has that gone on?
It truly has. That's gone on for quite some time as well. I would put it into 10 years.
Nice.
That originated from our Friends Board, which is a committee that helps us just from a community standpoint.
Nice.
Which, by the way, they are have some open positions right now to join. So if anybody wants to join, you can be a member of that. They really advocate for us. They help the day of. And they're out there spreading the word. So our Friends Board has been crucial in helping these events be successful, but also have created some of these events that are very unique to us. Brew does not happen in every chapter, neither does the golf tournaments. So I think we've done a great job of being innovative and capturing our community in events that bring us together and really fit. So yeah.
You're right. You have those passionate volunteers out there that could be retired or they don't have to work
100%.
full time, but they have all these talents, right? That talents to share. And when I spoke for the St. Paul Defense fundraiser, all the different talents a person has. You could be an accountant, construction. It could be advertising, marketing. It could be putting on the mics for your events. Like so many opportunities that are needed. That whatever your talents are out there, audience, we have somewhere where you can volunteer because it's needed.
Yes.
And that's your talent, so get back.
I also need cheerleaders, people to come and greet.
That's
get,
me.
Get the crowd excited to be there, you know, bringing that energy. And I mean, I think we have a lot of fun at these events. And I think we have a lot of fun in our office too. So we do tours. I think we're a great group that is
Tell us
focused
about that.
on
Who do you, like Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts? Like, tell me about the tours. That sounds fun.
Yeah, we do a habitat tour. We call it the Habby Tour. So, you know, we'll partner with organizations and take them out to some of our actual home developments and show them. You can see these homes, these families with privacy, you know, and be able to see the work that's being done. So we like to make people feel part of that neighborhood and see the work.
Yes.
As far as what's the age limit for a volunteer? Like, do families ever volunteer or multiple families? I mean, how does that work for, like, if I wanted One with Voices to do a home, maybe next spring,
Yay.
how does that work?
Well, one, let's get her signed up. And then two, for our construction sites, there are some age requirements. I think it's 16 and older.
With an adult.
Yep, with an adult. So, you know, those fine lines can be figured out. But I would say we invite all, right, to come. We will find a place for you to serve, regardless of age and abilities too. Let us know what you have going on, and we'll be able to find a place that fits your skills so that you can contribute. We're a yes, and how can we? So
Oh, I like that. Yes, and how can we?
Yeah.
I like that.
We'll plug you in.
How far in advance are you out for being on a waiting list? Like, is there a waiting list, or like how far out? I want to do this. Can we get in next spring, or what's usually the process?
Absolutely. I mean, the sooner the better, so that we can coordinate with our volunteer services to get those builds lined up. But realize it's not just builds. So if you're interested in the events, you can still submit to be part of those at any time. Our website has all of this on there for you. So you can just filter through and start picking out where you want to get involved. If you're not sure, call one of us and we can get
Yeah,
you
and I
connected.
think what's unique about Habitat, and that really stems from our CEO, is volunteers are very, very important to us. So even within our office, we have volunteers that are part of our family and our team. We have retired CFOs who work 40 hours a week as volunteers. And that is a very big part of our mission. And so whatever your talent is or your passion is, we'll plug you in for sure.
Find a spot for you.
Right. Because some people retire and they're bored.
Yeah.
And they have all these talents and they want to keep working.
Yeah.
So for you retired out there, we got plenty of spots for you.
sure do.
Yes. Let's talk about what's the next 40 years going to look like. What's going on in the community? What do you see? What's envisioned? Like, what can you share with me?
Yeah, so for us, again, our mission is solely home ownership. So for the next 40 years, we're just going to keep being number one and keep helping to solve that crisis of affordable housing and stabilizing families.
Do you feel that since the pandemic, it was worse? Is it the same? Does it shift? You have peaks and valleys. Like, how do you feel the trend in some of this in the past 40 years? You've seen a lot of things happen, right?
Yeah, I would say since the pandemic, Omaha has really seen a huge uptake in our home values. Houses used to appraise at 150,000, and now you see 4 or 5 years later, 250,000. So that gap is widening, and the demand is there. And so there's never been a more important time to invest in affordable housing.
Nice.
Yeah.
One of my fun questions I like to ask is, what's a win? What's a win that you see? You know, win, what's a story or something you can share about these families? I bet you have plenty.
We did. So every time someone purchases a home through Habitat, we call every staff member up to the front and they ring the bell. And so they really start their legacy as a homeowner. We are in our busy season. We're still going to close over 30 houses before the end of December. So it is just a wild time at Habitat. If you stop in, you're going to hear that bell ringing. We had 2 today. And so we want to, surround that family and say, we are partners with you. We are so proud of you. You have worked so hard for this, and ring that bell. So
You're not only building them a home, you're building them as a person.
Yeah, there's hope.
That is amazing. I like to do a fun question. So my fun question is, if you had a documentary, what would it be? And you had to watch it your whole life, or what would be your documentary?
Yeah. Well, I will selfishly say A Home Called Nebraska, because that is a documentary that I am in.
Yes, I love it. I love that.
That's
Share
fun.
it. What is it?
So A Home Called Nebraska was made in 2017 through 2020 about refugees in Nebraska who call Nebraska home and all of the people who welcome them. So it is an uplifting, beautiful inside look to how Nebraska is such a welcoming place.
That is, where can we find this at? YouTube?
You can find it at YouTube. You can Google it. A Home Called Nebraska. Yeah.
Home Called Nebraska. Yeah. That's one thing I've noticed about Omaha. It is a big, small city. Mm-hmm. And once people get a taste of it, you do fall in love with it. And they're very welcoming. Yeah. And it is a great community.
It is.
I think we were ranked #1 at some point, right, to live. Yeah. Because we do care about each other. That's one thing about the Midwest values, is that we honestly do care.
That's right.
And that no matter where you come from or background, you can be home.
That's right.
Okay, I'm waiting for the governor to call me. I got some tidbits for you. All right, great. All right. As far as coming up, we talked about the events. Yep. How can people reach you? What's like, I want to sign up, I want to volunteer. How can they reach you? How can they find you?
Yes, I think the best way is through our website, social media channels, or just picking up the phone and calling, and you'll get directed to the right department on that. Either home services if you are looking to be eligible, or if you're looking to get engaged, you can always reach our department as well. So.
And where are you located?
Yes, we are downtown in the Ashton Millwork Commons building. So
it's beautiful. I had it. Come visit, say hi, because it's a beautiful building.
Beautiful.
I'm pretty sure I did the ribbon cutting or something. You're on the second floor, third floor, whatever.
Third floor. Yeah.
Third floor. Is that the floor that has the word on the back of the wall or something? Yes. A neon light? What's it say?
Yes. It says, it takes all of us.
Yes. Very fitting.
So anytime you want to come visit the girls or the men at Habitat for Humanity, come in, have a cup of coffee. And volunteer. We'll just sign you up. No pressure, but we are going to sign you up.
We're signing you up.
Oh, I'm a professional volunteer. I've volunteered my entire life. It's my keynote. Saying yes to opportunity and be authentic and give more than you receive.
We're going to have to get professional volunteer t-shirts. These are good. I like it.
I think that's great.
It's great.
What's the last thing you want the world to know about Habitat for Humanity of Omaha?
That we are open. We are selling hope, and that we hope that everyone comes and joins us in sharing their talent in some way.
Yeah, I love the hope. I love the community. I love that you're with them from the beginning to the end. If it's short or long, you're going to be there for them.
Yes.
Because everyone needs a cheerleader, and everyone should have a chance to have their own home. There's nothing better than having that key and that place to call home.
Yeah.
And that peace that you get when you own your home.
That's right.
I just paid off my home, so I'm like, yes. It's a
Yay.
great
Congratulations.
feeling, right?
That's major.
Every human needs to have a home. I know there's a lot of apartments and you can't financially get there, but you can help them get there.
That's right.
And you're there for the journey
We are.
and the partnerships. Any partnerships out there you want to do a shout out for it? I'm sure you have like a book of 10,000, but what's their number one? Like, what's the most important when you started your nonprofit that you really felt? Was it construction? Was it mortgage? Was it both? Like is there one more important, or is it all
I
just?
would say, yeah, it takes everyone.
Yeah.
We have incredible bank partners that help us to provide our lending, incredible construction partners, and a lot of Omaha businesses and corporations sponsor our homes, help to build them. So honestly, it takes everyone.
And what's the saying on the wall again?
It takes all of us.
Takes it all. That's
Yes.
right. Well, thank
Takes all
you.
of us.
It's been so enlightening. I love to
you.
hear more about nonprofits.
It's great.
They've always had a heart for me. I've had a passion for nonprofits because they're doing great things and they're changing lives. Well, thank you for being on my show.
you.
And the audience, remember, go volunteer. You have your talents, you have your strengths. It is so much more. You get so much back more than you receive, but you have to experience. You have to sign up. Go make a difference, one person at a time, just like Mother Teresa said. You can't change the world at once, one person at a time. Be that one person. Let's go change the world. Yay! Woo! High five. Woo! Woo! Right there. It's a take.
Okay, that's a wrap.